In this problem, we want to state the domain of each rational expression. Got x minus 3 over 4x squared plus x minus 5. Now, our steps for finding the domain of a rational expression is, first step is you set your denominator equal to 0, and you solve. So we got 4x squared plus x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now we need to factor the left side, and this is going to be key number. Reason why is because we have x squared, x, no x, and there's a number in front of our x squared. With key number, we take the number at the beginning times the number at the end, ignoring signs. So we got 4 times 5, which gives us 20. And come up with 3 columns. The P column, we write down all products give us 20. We got 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. In the S column, we're going to add those together. 1 plus 20 is 21, 2 plus 10 is 12, 4 plus 5 is 9. In the difference column, we're going to subtract smaller from larger. 20 minus 1 is 19, 10 minus 2 is 8, 5 minus 4 is 1. Now, the number we're looking for is a number in our middle term, which is 1, which is right here, which means we're going to use 4 and 5. Now, what we're going to do with that is we're going to rewrite our middle term using those two numbers. Now, our larger number in the P column that we're using, which is the 5, is always going to be the same sign as the middle term, which in this problem was positive. So we're going to have a plus 5x. The number I circles in the difference column, D for different signs. So if the 5 is positive, then the 4 has to be negative. Then we want to use factoring by grouping. So group first 2 terms together, group last 2 terms together. The first 2 have an x in common, GCF-wise. So that gives us 4x plus 5. The last 2 don't have anything in common, but my first term is negative. So I can factor out negative 1. Our note on GCF said if your first term is negative, you always want to factor out a negative. Well, now they both have a 4x plus 5, so I can factor that out in front. And to see what goes in your second set of parentheses, you can come up here and cross out these 4x plus 5s. And what isn't crossed out is what goes right here, which is x minus 1. We're next going to use the zero factor property. You get 0 on one side, you factor the other side, you set each factor equal to 0. So I got 4x plus 5 is equal to 0, and I got x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. I take the 5 over to the right side. When you take anything across your equals, your sign changes. So the 5 becomes a negative 5. Then we want to divide both sides by 4 to get to x by itself. Now this 4 cancels that 4. And we got x is equal to negative 5/4. This side's a lot easier. Take the negative 1 over to the right side. And we end up with x is equal to a positive 1. Now these are the values we cannot have. So in step 2, we want to put a slash to the equals. So x cannot equal to negative 5/4, and x cannot equal to 1. Now if I want to write that in interval notation, I'm happy with this answer that is circled, but if you want to write in interval notation, it'd look like this. Negative infinity to our smallest number, union our smallest number to our largest number, union our largest number to positive infinity. Everything has parentheses on it.